Hey, welcome to our worldwide YouTube audience. We've just gone live stream at Upward Spiral Yoga, and today we do have special guest star Looney Cat. He's the meditating yoga cat, and he's purring on my lap. Anyway, if you're brand new, the algorithm dropped you off on this weird channel. You're in the right place. On Sunday, it's Sunday, March 30th, if you're watching this recorded, and every Sunday we gather, we do some yin yoga, some restorative yoga. We meditate, we pray, we chant, we have cats, and the underlying, overarching, interpenetrating purpose is to promote peace and calm, because we've learned in our lives that peace is a practice, and if you practice it, you can get a little better at it. So welcome aboard if you're brand new. If you'd like to spread the message of yoga and well-being around the world, please like and subscribe. Every Monday through Thursday, 4 days a week, we do a daily meditation class, live stream on Upward Spiral Yoga. If you like and subscribe and press the bell, you'll get a notification that will remind you to meditate with us every morning. But Sunday's different. Sunday's some meditation, cats, movement, prayer, restorative, and yin yoga. Welcome aboard. Right now we're on our back. We also simulcast on Zoom in the Bay Area. So maybe lie on your back for 3 minutes. What do you think? Or on your side if you're a cat. Just breathe. Very simple. Good. Now, interestingly, curiously, spend a minute, just feel what you're feeling right now. I know it sounds sort of absurd and simple, but it is certainly simple. Just breathe what you feel what you breathe. It's a blustery, cloudy, rainy kind of day in the Bay Area of California. It's a good day to be indoors with cats and nice lighting and yoga. Yoga means connection. My cat is partially ecstatic, and he's got that flippy tail, which means there's mischief going on in there somewhere. Just like us. We're a mixed bag, aren't we? Super peaceful, amazingly. Ow! Ow. And then that breaks out. Hi, guy. What was that all about? Just like us, right? But I love you. Good. Biggest inhale you got. Exhale, let it go. That's why I love cats. They're unpredictable. Dogs have owners, cats have staff. Good. Now wiggle your fingers and toes and your claws and circulate super feel good around your body. We have an understanding, don't we? Yeah. Good. Take your arms up to the ceiling, stretch your arms back over your head, kind of writhe around on the floor in first thing in the morning, happy ecstasy pose. Great turnout today, all the YouTubers. Great to see you joining in. Leave us a comment. Where are you in your yoga practice? Good. Draw your knees in, roll around on your back a little bit, just to get started. Good. And let's roll up together. I can see just in the last few moments, a lot of people have clicked into the live stream. It's great to have you. And I'm Greg. This is Looney Cat. We're simulcasting from the Bay Area, East Bay of Northern California, outside of San Francisco. And we've been on Zoom for a few years now. And now we're putting together a YouTube channel for about a year. And it's really growing. We'd really like to spread the peace, the poise, the presence, the bliss, the joy, the calm that yoga has been offering humans for several thousand years around the world as best as we can. We're not sure how much we can spread it because we're all different. And some people have big influence, others smaller, but it's not the size, S-I-Z-E, it's the size, S-I-G-H-S. So welcome aboard if you're brand new. I promise we'll start doing something. Mike, you know what it's like when you have the cat on your lap. How much longer did you want to be there? You know, take a swing at my face? He's purring really loud, but at any second he'll take a swing at. He's 2 years old. He's about 16 pounds of. There we go. You're conflicted, aren't you? No? That's okay. All right. So I have a class to teach around the world. So we've been doing this since he was a kitten. He purrs really loud. He doesn't have a tense muscle in his body. He is completely relaxed. His spine is open. He's purry and furry and frisky and risky. And I love him very much. Stick to the tree. Stick to the tree. Anyway, I do have a class to teach. So I'm sitting cross-legged. You can sit however is comfortable. If you have a hard time sitting on the floor with legs crossed, maybe sit up on top of a blanket. It'll help. And I'm going to explain what's going to happen. We're going to chant Om a little bit. We'll do a little prayer. We're going to do some joint juice. We'll do some yin yoga, slow, peaceful. We'll do a couple of restorative poses. And then we'll have an extended meditation and a shavasana at the end. What's not to like? So let's chant Om together. Nice big inhale. Hands into our hearts. This is not Sunday school, it's Sunday yoga, and it's non-sectarian, it's universalist. Just aim your heart at the highest that you know. If you call that God, wonderful. Doesn't matter what you call God as long as you call upon God. Bless everyone watching anywhere and everywhere throughout all time and space. May we all receive a beautiful daily dose of peace, poise, and presence. And may every person watching like and subscribe because of our determined, motivated enthusiasm for spreading the love and the joy of conscious contact around the planet. Just thought I'd throw that in. Okay, here we go. Shoulders, 1. If you're brand new, you can do this kind of yoga. If you watch my other classes, you know it's called Yoga for Everybody. 5. All yoga movement is really precursor to meditation, although in the West we've turned it into a standalone science. Other way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Doesn't it feel good just to move a little bit like that? Good job. Drop your chin, take your head around. 1. Welcome if you're just having a look at this for the first time. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other way, simple human movements to get the joints open, the stuck energy that's in our joints. 5, 6, 7. Good. Now I'm going to relax my head down and close my eyes. Just direct my attention inward down toward my belly. I'm going to contemplate my navel for 15 seconds. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. This is it. Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha, Yoga Sutra 1.2, the seminal line, yoga is the calming of the turbulence of the mind and of the heart. Then it goes on to say the amazing things that happen when We make progress. Good job. Get our arms warmed up a little bit. Our angel wings. Arms out behind our back and out. So I'm not teaching a belief system or a worldview. I'm teaching an experience. I'd like to deliver an experience of presence and poise. And if you just engage this and do the best you can, you will have the experience of this class, and it'll be downloaded in your mind, body, and spirit. Poof, anytime two or more are gathered, that's how it works. Okay, now I'm just going to do a little forward fold. On my more aggressive classes, I come all the way down. On Sunday, I consciously try to moderate a little bit. If you're tight, you can barely lean forward. If you're miserable sitting on the floor, don't worry, things will open up after a while. You'll regain some percentage of your factory installed range of motion. It'll take a little while. It took a while to lose it. So this is not necessarily rainbows and unicorns and lollipops. It is yoga, and yoga means facing the restriction, the constraint, the obstacles inside of us and using presence and peace to melt them away. Any spiritual system that promises immediate rainbows, butterflies, and lollipops, we all know is some sort of ruse. Oftentimes to get our cash. I don't want your cash. I just want your meditation and your liking and subscribing. Come on up, you guys. Now here's a move that's so simple, and yet most people have forgotten it. I'm just going to lean back on my hands, and I'm going to elevate my rump. Up it goes. This stretches the oftentimes atrophied front of our body. Good, sink down. Very simple sequence of movement. I call it joint juice. Technically speaking, we would call it viyama, the breaking up of congestion in the body. Feels different to switch your legs the other way. By the way, if your knees are up, you're being hurled back, this is all tight as a boiled owl. Sit up on top of a blanket and it'll tilt your pelvis forward. It'll help. Little yoga hacks, come forward. If you're bendier than me, thank God. If you're tighter than I am, thank God. Either way, thank God. God, I call God, God, love, source, the Holy Trinity. Drop your chin, relax your head. No worries, no rush. We might say at the start, this is moving meditation. Every little pose is a prayer. Good. And come on up. Now my paws are going to go behind me. Here's this counter move. Just lift up your rump. Now, many of us might be older than 50. If you're 20 years old and contortionist, acrobat, Cirque du Soleil performer, thank you for joining. We need you. And come on down. Now I'm going to go back to this cross. Now, for many of us, our hands have got the itises and the isms, arthritis and rheumatism. Not for yogis. We're not going there. So take your hands, external rotation. If you're very tight in Tennessee, just barely lean forward. If you're crispy in Cleveland, just a little ways. If you're bendy in Baltimore, the heels of your hands may come all the way down. Drop your chin, close your eyes. We've made a decision here at Upward Spiral Yoga. We've been on Zoom for 5 years, had a yoga studio prior to pandemic for 11 years, thriving, large, 15 teachers, hundreds of students, giant classes. Pandemic ended it. It seemed like the end of the world, and it was. It was the end of that world. But now, paradoxically and miraculously, 5 years of Zoom and YouTube, now we can have a much larger influence and expression of yoga around the world. All things work together for good for those who love good or God. Good. So this is dorsiflexion. This is palmar flexion. To feel this, you can take your hands behind your back, and you might be able to get the back of your wrists in your armpits. If you can't do it, stick with us. And then really bendies. My bendies can touch their elbows together. Drop your chin. This is palmar flexion. All we have to do is visit each pose every day. Every day we'll shave off a little constriction, stiffness, tightness. We'll turn material blocked into energetic movement. We'll clear out congealed, painful patterns of perception. Good. Take your paws out. Now here's how we open it up. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I am convinced, being convinced that these movements are available for 99 point something percentage of people on the planet. And just do this stuff. Shake it out, shake it off, shake it up. Tomorrow, March 31st, if you're watching prior to then, we're starting Upward Spiral Yoga online live stream meditation class, 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's a half an hour of guided meditation, silence, and a Dharma talk. So like and subscribe and join us 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And we'll grow a meditation tribe around the planet. Cup your hands around your heart, underneath. Drop your chin, close your eyes. We are a growing tribe of calm and peaceful souls. Our primary purpose is to spread the practice of peace and yoga around the planet. Everything else is none of our business. This is what we do. We rise above the worldly polarities and fractures and practice peace. Good job. Simple twist, palms up. Maybe you're tight and your arms only go to like here, and it's like, wow, I didn't know I was this tight. Stretch up, inhale. Turn right, left hand, right knee, and right arm behind. God does not make too hard terms with us, simple movements to open up our body. Inhale here. Exhale and release. Up you go, inhale. Drop your hands, push your paws up. Turn left. Now we know in the ancient system of Patanjali's yoga, the 8 limbs, asana movement is the 3rd limb. Get the body open so it can sit. Relax your hands down. Have a little twist to the left. Great YouTube turnout. We have friends from all the continents except for Antarctica. Inhale here and release. Now, one of the things I love about my brand of yoga is that you can drink coffee if you want. I'll leave that up to you and your guru. By the way, the word guru, it's always bandied about. Have you found your guru? That's more of an Eastern spirituality. In the West, it's not the emphasis. We can go make this direct connection with the infinite. But if you found a guru, that's great. But what does the word guru mean? It's 2 words, gu and ru. Guru. It means dispeller of darkness. Okay, let's chant an Om and we'll move along. Inhale, but I digest. Inhale. Now, the sound of Om, as all the mystic saints and sages teach us, it's the primordial sound of the universe. It's the logos, it's the creative word. And to vibrate like that connects us at levels so much deeper than our human dissimilarities. Om always heals, always blesses, sanctifies, restores. Okay, now here's a movement. I just think everybody in the world would do it, but I don't know. You just kind of imagine your Aunt Martha, and is she going to really lay on her back and just kind of roll her knees side to side? If you're really flexible, your knees go independent of your upper body. Now, the likelihood of both knees going down on both sides, you'd have to be, I don't know, 6 years old or a contortionist or maybe cheerleader or something, just side to side. Isn't this good just to move a little bit? You go 6, 7 years without moving, stuff gets creaky, cranky. Good, just that. Then this, feet in, just wag your knees a little bit. This is all precursor to stillness and silence. We often hear many people say, I can't meditate, I'm too jumpy, my mind won't stop. And it's like, well, this is how we begin to slow things down, get the body tempered, relaxed. Good, squeeze your knees. You're tight, this is it. This, squeeze your knees all the way in together, pull your heels into your bottom, and wrap. Now, if you're more flexibler than me, new word, flexibler, just have your heels up against your bottom, tall spine, shoulders relaxed, drop your chin. If the algorithm's just dropping you off, we've had a giant inflood of subscribers, and to me, it's indicative that the world is really crying out for some means of establishing some peace, some sanity, some quiet. And as long as there's been disturbance on earth, there's been yoga, the practice of peace, poise, and presence. And this is just a modern iteration of it. Am I the only person doing it? No. Do I claim my own exclusive brand? I do not. I'm just pointing to the infinite. Join us. Good, simple enough. Sunday is for simplicity. Good, now stretch your legs out, open up your feet. This is where the elite meet to admire their larger than average feet. Now I'm going to make yoga fists for this one. You can use your palms. Bottoms up. Back bends for the rest of us. Lift up. Good, and sink down. Okay, now for about 5 minutes, it's going to get a little dicey, but I've got to break your body open, and I need to break open the congestion of your mind and spirit, just like mine was broken open by a great yoga teacher. So fold your right shin under. If you can't do this, do anything. Just stay in the class, and if you're really tight, you lean over here. I know what it's like to ruin my body for many decades and then a little bit of salvation. And for the bend to your bears, hands behind your head and tilt your right elbow down to the floor. So I don't care if you're all the way here, all the way on the left, or all the way on the right. Both sides of the spectrum are welcome in my class because we rise above the polarities, the left and the rightedness of things. Just for a few minutes. After class, we can descend back into the delusion if we want. The Maya, the Leela, the play. Inhale up, arms up. Turn right if you can. I know it's hard. Relax your hands down. Look behind you. Just because you're not paranoid anymore doesn't mean somebody isn't chasing you. Every pose is a prayer. Good inhale here. Exhale. By the way, I'm 68 years old. I've been doing yoga 49 years, and I've been through many phases in my body. The wildly flexible, both feet behind my head, ponytail phase. Now, at this age, this keeps me frisky and lively and helps me to engage all of my 1,000 life projects. Now I'm going to lean back. You might not be able to lean back on your hands. If you can, bottoms up. Come on down. I started yoga very young, did a lot of it and a lot of other life misadventures, and then got really tight and crispy and sick. And then yoga and spiritual arts brought me back to life. Now, from here, we are going to drag the leg out. Now, I'm just going to set my right foot out there because I'm tight in Tennessee, crispy in Cleveland. And some of you, the foot will go over the top. And I don't expect all of the millions of you watching to be able to do it. Just this is fine. That's fine as well. Okay. Arms out. Again, this is movement. We're trying to find a common movement. Remember when rock and roll swept the world in late 50s, early 60s? Everybody loved it because everybody could relate to it. It spoke for so many people. So these movements are designed to speak to the mass of people. Some people want to lay on nails and put their feet behind their head. That's fine, but it's not for everybody like this is. Good. Grab your elbows, bring them up. Good. Bring your arms down. Sweep them out. Now bring your right arm under. Love yourself. Hug tighter. Fold up your arms if they do that, up and down with your elbows. Take your elbows around in a circle. Other way. Now take your torso, elbows to the right, face to the left, tilt your head to the left, drop your chin, close your eyes. We've already begun a meditation of sorts, a moving meditation. Every pose is a hieroglyph, a glyph of the soul. Good, now bring it back to the center. So whether you're doing this, or that, you're doing something, you're in the game, and that's all that's required. We can't do more than we can do, but we can do a little more. Good, now if you have access to your feet, take your thumbs and massage the middle center bottom of your feet. This keeps life force prana going all the way to the distal end of our body. Distal. Distillery, distillation. Dig in. Are you saying yoga is intoxicating? It is, man. You get high on your own supply. It's way cheaper. Okay, chant Om with me. My cat just chanted Om outside. Oh. Boy, my cat's really singing outside. Hands at our hearts. Hey, Looney! Kitty, 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 kitty! Hello! That's the sound of Temptations. Kitty, 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 kitty. Maybe you haven't met Looney yet. Okay, take your legs out. Wiggle them. See, this is just a simple Sunday affair with good friends around the world. Life has gotten far too complicated and we hallucinate thinking more complication will help when only simplicity will. Lift up, simple. Good. Come on down. Okay, this challenging thing, right knee out to the side, left shin folds under, you're brand new, crispy in Cleveland. Ouch, you say. After a while, stuff will open up. This will start to fold again like it's designed. Then both hands will come off the floor, both hands behind your head. And like some of my very bendy friends, I know many, the left elbow tilts all the way down. Don't compare yourself to other people. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday. It's yin when you hold it for a little while. You just don't bounce from one position to the next. That's kind of like younger people yoga, right? Ashtanga, do 108 non-stops, sun salutations. Even the sun doesn't go up and down 108 times every day. Good. Inhale up, arms up, twist left. And I'm not judging that stuff. Yeah, I kind of am. I just think you got to throw some yin into your yang every now and then. Inhale here. Exhale. At least we're sitting in a room without running out. My phone's over there. I haven't looked at it for a couple of minutes. Hands behind you and escalate your undercarriage. Launch your hips. Rocket your buns. Lift up. It's good for you. Sink down. Now here's this weird hip opener. This leg slides out. Oh, you're very unhappy. That foot is just going to go there for now. Knees are up, couple blankets, lean back. Survive. One great tip to enlightenment is stay alive. Now, take this, but if you die, that's obviously part of the process. For me, this pose fits. Arms out, side, side. Now I'm going to grab my elbows and switch it the weird feeling way. Bring them up, side, side. A lot of yoga doesn't really seem to include this breaking open of the shoulder girdle, all the tension that builds up. It certainly has built up for me. It's a lifetime of work. As long as I'm in this soul cage, I'll be working on it. Good, then I'll bring this down. I'll sweep out for hugging the world. Left arm comes under. You're very tight. This is it. Tighter. Elbows line up. When elbows line up, the arms might fold up. Good, up and down with your elbows to break up the AMA, the congestion of emotions, thoughts, feelings, painful patterns of perception that persist in between our scapula. Take your elbows around in a circle. Other way. So when you start yoga, you're an ice cube, then it begins to melt, then it becomes kind of slushy like margarita mix, and then it melts more, and then it starts to move, and then it's water, and then it moves more, and then it's steam, and then it's, everywhere. Good. Take elbows face to the left. Now turn just the other cheek to the right. Drop your chin, tilt your head, close your eyes. You might say after me or before me, I am a calm, peaceful soul, and so you shall be. Good. Bring it back to the center. Release. Now take your opposable thumbs. If you only have access to one foot, this then will do. Right in the middle. Scout around till you find the tender middle part. Ooh, right there. That's my dad throwing me into a swimming pool to unalive me when I was 2 years old. He didn't know better. Good. Now, push your thumb in deeper, drop your chin, close your eyes. If you had a perfect childhood, welcome. If you had something less than that, welcome. It's just karma. You chose which family to jump into. Note how perfect it was to bring up your issues and triggers and lifetime dilemmas, yes? No, it's just perfectly accidental like everything else. Good, now let's chant Om together. Good, now I invite you out there in internet land to pray. And I mean your prayer. Gather the highest of your thought, intention, desire, and emotion and point it toward, well, where do you want to go? We are aiming creatures. Those who aim survive. Interesting YouTube channel, isn't it? Somebody just sitting, being quiet, praying. Good, now rub your right eye. Getting over a sinus infection, my yearly sinus infection. That's an interesting karma, isn't it? Okie doke. Now we go into restorative yoga. And for restorative yoga, today I'm thinking there's so many ways we can go with this. Here's one that's really, really, really beneficial for yours truly. So since I'm just one of the herd, I think you might like it. So for this one, it's just a couple minutes of this, but I hope you have yoga blocks. If not, go down into the description and buy Greg Riley yoga blocks. They're 3 times retail, and all the money is used for my Swiss bank account in the Cayman Islands. Just kidding. Tall, medium. If you don't have blocks, big pillow, small pillow. It's not a big deal. Again, it's not puppies and rainbows and lollipops. It's yoga, and it's the calm version, but you're going to feel something because some people have gone a long time without feeling anything. I used to be an ascetic with an aesthetic for anesthetic, anesthesia. So head's a little higher than my heart. My legs can do whatever within reason. You can have your legs extended. So just a little lift here, more lift here, arms here, eyes closed, pennies over our eyes, and we will relax in peace and poise for a couple minutes. If you're brand new, what's the sequence? Where do we go from here? What happens after this? Is this going anywhere? Is there enlightenment at the end of today's class? Good questions. Maybe the answer is not so many questions for a couple minutes. It's interesting, we humans, we try to take the whole universe and fit comprehension of it all inside of our mortal brain, and it's like, it's not going to fit. Now I'm going to say that in religious language. God's ways are not our ways. So the modern Western intellect says, If I can't understand it, then it cannot exist. So a lot of people, their intellect cuts them off from higher knowledge and wisdom because they want it to fit their current understanding. And that's just, that ain't gonna happen. And this is where the hideous spiritual quality of humility comes in. Breathe from your belly button, take your time, no rush. If you're one of our very bendies, if you're bendy in Baltimore or limber in Lithuania, you can take your arms back over your head. We're taking this yoga meditation thing around the world, and it's not as though it hasn't already been around the world, but there's always a new crop of humans who are ready for what yoga has to offer. And they're just, sooner or later, yoga will find you if you are in the right place, open-minded, willing, honest. Yoga will find you. It'll come usually out of the blue as an inspiration out of left field, and it's no accident. God is always chasing us down. Most of us try just to drive faster and to pull away, but sooner or later, it's sooner or later until it's now, and then your ship comes in. Now we begin to build the precious quality of patience. And there's one thing I can't stand, it's learning patience slowly. Give me the fast version. I want everything, and I want everything right now. Something miraculous happens when the movement of our mind slows down. It opens up a portal, a skylight to some much greater perception that our human brains actually paradoxically block off, obstruct. Survival becomes supplanted with presence of being. Presence is eternal, survival is temporary. Good, one more minute. Let this have its way with you. This, of course, is just a variation of yogis laying over beds of nails and just a modern Western iteration. It's like the wife said to the husband, dude, get off those nails. I need to build something. So here we are. Okay, now I'm going to grab my coconut, my head. I'm going to lift up my so-called control center. Boy, I'm putting a lot of leverage right into my thoracic spine, stimulating. Elbows come down, and then I push out. Wonderful. What time is it? 11:53 Pacific Standard Time, March 30th, 2025. Now, in other words. So now we've reached the point. This is the whole purpose. This is the pièce de résistance. This is two forms of meditation. You can lay on your back in about a 10-minute shavasana if you want. Shavasana means you could put a bolster. Oh, hi, Looney. We always take a break for Looney. Hi, guy. Come on. Come on, kitty, kitty. Say hi to the world. He's looking at me like, don't give me that kitty, kitty shit. I don't respond to that. Anyway, you can lay on your back for 10 minutes. Now, I'm going to spread meditation around the planet. I'm not the only one. I'm just one more bozo on the bus. But I'm going to do a guided meditation with you for 10 minutes. You can do it on your back. You can do it seated along with me. I do have a particular posture that I like to assume when I get in meditation. I'm not picky or anything. I'm just extremely picky. Good. Now my body fits after that yoga. Pretty happy. My arms relax here. You can be on your back, of course. But whatever you do, close your eyes. And just make a 10-minute commitment to be with me and to be with far more than me. Be with your own presence, your own source. And please just start by finding your breath. Notice if you're breathing. If you're not breathing, please start. If you're a super advanced yogi and you know how to immediately go into Nirvikalpa Samadhi and halt your breath in Kaivala Kumbhaka, oh baby, let her rip. But most of us, that's slightly above our pay grade. So just breathe. If you're a great yogi watching this new meditation channel in India in a cave in the Himalayas, now that you can get internet there, thank you for joining and showering your vibes upon us. There's about 20 or 30 yogis in caves in the Himalayas. They've been alive for hundreds of years and they're just in cosmic contact and they keep the world going. Good. Now, only if you're seated, chant Om. Don't chant Om if you're on your back, because you'll choke, okay? We don't want that. Big inhale for those seated. Feel that. Let the primordial vibration, euphoric ecstasy of Om percolate in your plasma. Now we're going to do 3-part breathing, and this can be done on your back if you want. Yogi's choice. Exhale all the air out. Inhale belly, chest, head, Exhale, head, chest, belly. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, head, chest, belly. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Release, 1, 2, 3. Inhale, belly, chest, head. Exhale, head, chest, belly. Now I ask that you pick up this count on your own, 3 in and 3 out, to the exclusion of all other reality, without force, just by replacement. I replace the trillion life details with 3 in and 3 out. Good. Now discontinue the breath count if you were doing it. Relax even more. I have a rhetorical question. Do you feel a little different just from paying attention to your breath for a couple minutes? The correlation between breath and psychic state is long established by yogis for thousands of years and confirmed by modern neuroanatomist scientists in the current age. Some of us need science to confirm it first. We won't believe unless science says it so. Okay, it's fine. We love the scientific method, trial and error. Always in an endless search for the truth. Good, now we're going to go into about a 5-minute silent period, and I recommend mantra, which is a sound you make inside of your head. I recommend something very simple. Humans have been using it for centuries. It's the breath mantra. On inhale, make the sound so, S-O, inside of your head. On exhale, inside of your head, make the sound hum, H-U-M. It makes a beautiful tether. It makes a beautiful rhythm and cycle. It's something to come back to if we are distracted, and you will be at certain times. Now, is this the only way to meditate? No. It's just a method and it works. If you have a different one, begin to employ it. 5 minutes of silence starting now. You can do it. Okay, my friends, it's a little more than 5 minutes. Take your time, no rush. Just there's that guy's voice from down the street or across the ocean. Slowly come back to your mortal coil. Every time we expand into this elevated state and we come back into our physical body, we bring back a giant download of love, light, and truth. And then we have all day, the rest of our life, to unpack it in a host of glorious ways. Good. Now, whether you are on your back or you're seated, gently micro movements of your fingers and toes circulate Sat Chit Ananda yoga for ever conscious, ever aware, ever new bliss through our bodies. It is our essential ground state of being. Much to our chagrin, who knew? It's time to know. If you're seated, if you're on your back, curl over to one side into fetal position. If you're seated, just stay in the Buddha bliss, the Christ consciousness, the Krishna awareness. Good. Now, if you're on your side from fetal position, please sit up and we'll conclude all together on our seat. Today's little affirmation invocation: God, love, source, bless this like-minded tribe drawn together through attraction rather than promotion, all of us seeking the highest that we know, and may this network of love and light and peace spread around the planet exactly as you would have it. Hands into our hearts. If you go deep into you and I go deep into me, we all come to the same place together. Right there, right here, right now. All together we say Namaste. Okay, now by way of reminder, this is March 30th, Sunday. Tomorrow, March 31st, Monday, 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, we start Upward Spiral Yoga live stream meditation. Give us a try by liking and subscribing. You'll get a reminder, but can we give 30 minutes a day to the conscious contact with the source of all things? And so join us. You'll like it. 10 minutes of guided meditation, 20 minutes of silence for the graduate students, and then about a 5-minute Dharma talk, frequently frequented by Looney Cat, who will be in my lap to spread purry and furry around the planet. So to my YouTube friends around the planet, thank you. Leave me a comment if you're a meditator or wannabe, and I will always do my best to respond. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning, hopefully, or at our next Upward Spiral event. Have a good day.